Do you know that more than 55,000 crore rupees, an amount larger than the annual budget of the state of Himachal Pradesh, is simply sitting idle across India's financial system? Not stolen, not lost, just unclaimed. And this isn't about one sector alone. These funds are scattered across banks, mutual funds, insurance companies, post office schemes, and even employee benefits. It's a quiet financial story that rarely makes headlines but affects millions of families. To understand the scale of this issue, let's begin with a few simple questions. How much money have Indians forgotten in old bank accounts? What happens to unclaimed deposits lying untouched in banks for years? And why do crores of rupees in insurance claims, mutual funds, and PF accounts never reach the rightful families? If you are curious to explore these questions on your own, you can analyze the unclaimed money datasets compiled by our team at Dataful. Sourced from the Government of India's financial regulators, these datasets are clean, structured, and ready to use, making the data analysis hassle-free. To download them, click the link in the description. Now back to the story. To understand how this massive pool of unclaimed money formed, let's start with banks. Over the last few years, unclaimed deposits in Indian banks have risen to over 46,000 crore rupees. Roughly 80% of this money sits in public sector banks. These include old savings accounts, fixed deposits that were never renewed, or accounts whose owners moved cities or passed away without informing their family members. As the years pass, these accounts freeze and the money simply stays idle. Next, let's look at insurance. Every year, insurers transfer unclaimed policy benefits to something called the Senior Citizens Welfare Fund. Recently, this amount touched a little over 1,000 crore rupees, and most of it comes from life insurance policies. In many families, people pay premiums for years, but when the policyholder passes away, nominees often don't know a policy even existed. The payout never gets claimed. Now let's shift our focus to investments. Over the past few years, thousands of crores have been moved to the Investor Education and Protection Fund, or IEPF. In the financial year 2023-24, the cumulative transfer to IEPF crossed the 8,000 crore mark. This includes old dividends, shares, and other payouts that remained untouched for 7 years or more. Sometimes people changed phone numbers, forgot demat accounts, or didn't track old investments from their first jobs. The result is a giant pool of money that technically belongs to ordinary citizens but sits locked away. Now, why does all this matter? For families, unclaimed money represents lost opportunities. A forgotten fixed deposit or an unclaimed insurance benefit can make a huge difference during tough times. Many senior citizens especially may have scattered savings from earlier years that they no longer remember. If the family doesn't stay informed, this money never reaches the people it was meant for. At the systemic level, unclaimed funds distort macroeconomic health. Only when people recover these funds, the money re-enters the economy. It gets spent on daily needs, saved for education, or reinvested. In short, dormant money does nothing. Only active money supports economic activity. So what can you do to make sure your family's money never goes unclaimed? Start by keeping every family member in the loop. Share details of bank accounts, insurance policies, PF accounts, and investments. Check with elders if they had accounts or policies from many years ago, because memory gaps are natural with age. Organize documents properly. Review old paperwork lying at home. And most importantly, spread awareness. Even sharing this video might help someone recover what belongs to them. You can even watch this RBI ad where it recommends that getting your KYC updated is the first step to receive your unclaimed deposits.
जैसे कि आरबीआई ख्याल रखता है आपके अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट्स का।
अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट मतलब
वो बैंक खाते जिसमें 10 साल या उससे अधिक से कोई लेन देन न हुआ हो। ऐसे खाते आरबीआई के डीईए फंड में चले जाते हैं।
अपने बैंक के किसी भी शाखा में जाकर अपना केवाईसी अपडेट कराइए
और अपना अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट वापस पाए।
आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए,
सतर्क रहिए।
We put in years of efforts to save, But if that money never reaches the intended beneficiaries, all that effort goes in vain. So before we close, here are a few questions to think about. Could your family have unclaimed money sitting somewhere? Do your parents or grandparents remember all the accounts or policies they once had? And how many people in India might still be unaware of savings that rightfully belong to them? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your insights could help others. Research for this story is powered by GoPy and Tagore.ai. To know more, click on the related links in the description.